Alright you guys, so I went ahead and added my eye primer, which I went ahead and used the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer, and now I'm going to go ahead and be using the Prism palette from Anastasia, and this is what I'm going to create my look with a glitter topper. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and set my my primer, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and that's Unity. And just with the little brush that it comes with each palette, you all know this brush if you have this palette. All I'm doing is just setting that primer so it won't move anywhere and I don't have any smudges when I create this look. Now, I'm excited to see how this look is gonna come out. I've never done a glitter liner before, and I've seen it before, and I just absolutely love the idea of a glitter liner for the holidays, which I might end up doing that, just that, if I really love it, which I feel like I am. With that being said, now I don't know if I want to use the Osiris or Throne. And Osiris is this beautiful blue. I hope y'all can see that. My lighting is really off because the sun doesn't want to come out today, but it's this beautiful deep blue. And then over here we have Throne. So I may just go ahead and use this for this video for today, and I may go in for the next video and do the blue one. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in. Now that I've figured out what shade I want to use, I'm gonna go in with the shade Parallel, and I'm gonna use that as my crease shade for today. And y'all know the deal. I just added to my crease. I add a little bit to the brush because a little bit goes a long way with these shadows. And I am just adding that on there just to have my transition shade so everything looks nice and seamless, because we are doing a smoky eye today. Literally one tap is all you really need, to be quite honest, when you first add it on there, and then just gradually build the shadow. Okay, now that we have that all on our eyes, I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna go in with my finger, and then I'll go in with a brush, because I find that when I go in with my finger, I get a lot of product. But also, if you wet a flat rounded brush, it also allows you to grab a lot of the shade. And I usually go in with some setting spray, just whatever I have in hand. So
I went ahead and switched glitter toppers. I'm just going to use the violet gloss that I used on my other video also in Cosmic. And this one's a really pretty color too, so I have another one too, and I don't know where I put it. But I'm going to go ahead and use that brush and grab a little bit. And all I'm doing is just grabbing whatever is on the brush. This is all I'm doing. Okay. And just like a regular winged liner, you're just going to apply it. So
and it gets a little tricky to work with glitter toppers because it's glitter at the end of the day, and although it's like a liquid, it's still glitter and it's still chunky, so I find it hard to like be precise sometimes, but we're gonna try our best to get that perfect line. See that? Might have to thicken this bad boy up, but that's okay. Now I'm just grabbing a little bit, so I can do the end part of the eye. Because I'm using, I have this one a little bit higher, so. I'm using a little bit of the glitter to be my guide because I don't want it to be too intense in the beginning, because that's where you can F it up. Just trying to reference back to the other eye. Trying to make it as similar as I can, because to be quite honest, when you do your liner period, it don't come out the same sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's like pretty good, girl, one might be bigger than the other, one might be slightly higher than the other. It's okay, as long as it looks good, you're good. All right. And just adding a little bit more. See that? Girl, yes. That's how you get that shit done. This one needs to be a little thicker though, because I can see the difference. But you see that? And you can literally use any type of glitter you want. You could use a loose glitter also, but I would suggest going in with an actual like black liner as your base, and then adding the glue and the glitter on there, because that's the only way you're gonna get it to stick. But the downfall in that is that you might feel your lower lid's really heavy and it might be really thick. So it just depends. This is a more lightweight glitter and a gel glitter, and something like this is gonna work beautifully. Any type, any kind, any brand. Well, not any brand, because let's be real, some brands are not that great. But I literally love the Violet Voss, especially the Stila. Like the Stila glitter toppers are one of my all-time favorites, and they have so many colors to choose from. This one, I couldn't get any out of it because the little thing, it's just time for a new one. But regardless, these are bomb as fuck, and I love them. And then I'm just going back and forth just to make sure that I have an even amount of glitter on each side on the tail, because on this side I do have a lot, and then on this side I don't have that much, if y'all can tell. And I just want it to be, you know, popping. Look at that. Oh, absolutely love it. All right. Okay, now that our eyes are done, now we're gonna go in and add our primer and our foundation and our eye primer. Lately, I've been so into the Strivectin blurred face primer and under eye primer. those primers are my shit, but I don't know where I left the little container where I had some. But I'm just gonna go ahead and use some of the under eye blur eye primer from Strivectin. If y'all haven't tried it, you guys, you'll have to go try it. Now, I don't know if Sephora sells it, but I know Dillard's does. And you see that? It has a tint to it. A salmon tint, which allows you to cancel out all the dark circles, well, most of it. So that way when you apply your concealer, you are not a dark ass mess. But it also blurs the fine lines, if any, under your eyes. And it makes that bottom part just so seamless. And I absolutely love it. And for today, I'm going to be using just the original Photo Finish Smoothing Blur primer from Smashbox. But like I said, I usually go in with my Strivectin primer. But like I said, I misplaced it, and I need to buy one. And like I said, I'm not sure if Sephora carries Strivectin, but you can either get it at their website. I know Dillard's has some because I work at Dillard's, so I know. But yes, this Smashbox one is really good too, though. I love it. Okay, now I usually go in with my Shiseido concealer and foundation, but for today I'm bringing out the ones that I used to use a lot, and that's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. And this foundation concealer are bomb as fuck too. Like, I love it. Like, this might be a little, I don't know. Well, I do look a little white, so it might actually work. So, but I just love the coverage, and I love how it makes my skin look. I just love it. And just add some generously. We go in with my IT Cosmetics Unstoppable Powder Brush. And I like this to, you know, just blend out my And with the shade Birch, I'm going to go ahead and contour my face. I'm just adding it all over and making sure I am evenly bronzed. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up a flat brush, and this is my Sonia Kesh. I'm not sure of the name. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's just a flat brush, and using that to contour my nose. And then I'm going in with this peachy shade in the Sultry palette and adding that as my blush, just to make sure I'm nice and peachy. And I added the shade Parallel and the underneath my eyes, and then now I'm going in with Better Than Sex mascara just to add that so they stick to my lashes that I'm going to be adding. And these are the brand Cherry Blossom, and adding it with that. Okay, now that I've added my lashes, I'm going to go in with the Stila shade in Fiery, and this is their liquid matte lipstick. And I usually don't really go in with lip liner. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But in this instance, I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it, and if I get out of the lines, I just go in with foundation or concealer with my flat rounded brush and use that to clean up all that mess that I have. And yes, and this is how I apply my lips usually. I usually don't go in with the lip liner because I forget, so I just go in with my liquid lip and then clean it up, if you get what I'm saying.